R programming language.
R is a free software programming language and software environment for statistical computing and graphics. The R language is widely used among statisticians and data miners for developing statistical software and data analysis. Polls and surveys of data miners are showing R's popularity has increased substantially in recent years. R is an implementation of the S programming language combined with lexical scoping semantics inspired by Scheme. S was created by John Chambers while at Bell Labs. R was created by Ross Ihaka and Robert Gentleman at the University of Auckland, New Zealand, and is currently developed by the R Development Core team, of which Chambers is a member. R is named partly after the first names of the first two R authors and partly as a play on the name of S. R is a GNU project. The source code for the R software environment is written primarily in C, Fortran, and RR is freely available under the GNU General Public License, and pre-compiled binary versions are provided for various operating systems. R uses a command line interface. However, several graphical user interfaces are available for use with R.
Statistical features.
R provides a wide variety of statistical and graphical techniques, including linear and nonlinear modeling, classical statistical tests, time series analysis, classification, clustering, and others. R is easily extensible through functions and extensions, and the R community is noted for its active contributions in terms of packages. There are some important differences, but much code written for S runs unaltered. Many of R's standard functions are written in R itself, which makes it easy for users to follow the algorithmic choices made. For computationally intensive tasks, C, C++, and Fortran code can be linked and called at runtime. Advanced users can write C, C++, Java, or Python code to manipulate R objects directly. R is highly extensible through the use of user-submitted packages for specific functions or specific areas of study. Due to its S heritage, R has stronger object-oriented programming facilities than most statistical computing languages. Extending R is also eased by its lexical scoping rules. Another strength of R is static graphics, which can produce publication-quality graphs, including mathematical symbols. Dynamic and interactive graphics are available through additional packages. R has its own LaTeX-like documentation format, which is used to supply comprehensive documentation, both online in a number of formats and in hard copy.
Programming features.
R is an interpreted language. Users typically access it through a command line interpreter. If a user types 2 + 2 at the R command prompt and presses Enter, the computer replies with 4, as shown below. Like other similar languages such as APL and MATLAB, R supports matrix arithmetic. R's data structures include scalars, vectors, matrices, data frames, similar to tables in a relational database, and lists. R's extensible object system includes objects for, among others, regression models, time series and geospatial coordinates. R supports procedural programming with functions and, for some functions, object-oriented programming with generic functions. A generic function acts differently depending on the type of arguments passed to it. In other words, the generic function dispatches the function, method, specific to that type of object. For example, R has a generic print function that can print almost every type of object in R with a simple print, object name, syntax. Although mostly used by statisticians and other practitioners requiring an environment for statistical computation and software development, R can also operate as a general matrix calculation toolbox, with performance benchmarks comparable to GNU Octave or MATLAB.
Examples. Example 1.
The following examples illustrate the basic syntax of the language and use of the command line interface. In R, the widely preferred assignment operator is an arrow made from 2 characters less than, although equal can be used instead.
Example 2.
Short R code calculating Mandelbrot set through the first 20 iterations of equation z = z2 + c plotted for different complex constant c. This example demonstrates use of community-developed external libraries, called packages, in this case COTools package, handling of complex numbers, multidimensional arrays of numbers used as basic data type, see variable c, z and x.
Example 3.
The ease of function creation by the user is one of the strengths of using R. Objects remain local to the function, which can be returned as any data type. Below is an example of the structure of a function.
Packages.
The capabilities of R are extended through user-created packages, which allow specialized statistical techniques, graphical devices, ggplot2, import-export capabilities, reporting tools, NITR, SWEV, etc. These packages are developed primarily in R, and sometimes in Java, C and Fortran. A core set of packages is included with the installation of R, with 5,300 additional packages, as of April 2012, available at the Comprehensive R Archive Network, CRAN, Bioconductor, and other repositories. The Task Views page, Subject List, on the CRAN website lists the wide range of applications: finance, genetics, machine learning, medical imaging, social sciences and spatial statistics, to which R has been applied and for which packages are available. R has also been identified by the FDA as suitable for interpreting data from clinical research. Other R package resources include Crantastic, a community site for rating and reviewing all CRAN packages, and also RForge, a central platform for the collaborative development of R packages, R-related software, and projects. It hosts many unpublished, beta packages, and development versions of CRAN packages. The Bioconductor project provides R packages for the analysis of genomic data, such as Affymetrix and cDNA microarray object-oriented data handling and analysis tools, and has started to provide tools for analysis of data from next-generation high-throughput sequencing methods. Reproducible research and automated report generation can be accomplished with packages that support execution of R code embedded within LaTeX, Open Document Format and other markups.
Speed up and memory efficiency.
The package J provides JIT compilation, and the package compiler offers a bytecode compiler for R. The packages Snow, Multicore, and Parallel provide parallelism for R. The package FF saves memory by storing data on disk. The data structures behave as if they were in RAM. The package FFBASE provides basic statistical functions for FF.
Milestones.
The full list of changes is maintained in the news file. Some highlights are listed below. Version 0.16. This is the last alpha version developed primarily by Ihaka and Gentleman. Much of the basic functionality from the White Book, CS History, was implemented. The mailing lists commenced on April 1, 1997. Version 0.49, April 23, 1997. This is the oldest available source release, and compiles on a limited number of Unix-like platforms. CRAN is started on this date, with 3 mirrors that initially hosted 12 packages. Alpha versions of R for Microsoft Windows and Mac OS are made available shortly after this version. Version 0.60, December 5, 1997, R becomes an official part of the GNU project. The code is hosted and maintained on CVS. Version 1.0.0, February 29, 2000, considered by its developers stable enough for production use. Version 1.4.0, S4 methods are introduced and the first version for Mac OS X is made available soon after. Version 2.0.0, October 4, 2004, introduced lazy loading, which enables fast loading of data with minimal expensive system memory. Version 2.1.0, support for UTF-8 encoding, and the beginnings of internationalization and localization for different languages. Version 2.11.0, April 22, 2010, support for Windows 64-bit systems. Version 2.13.0, April 14, 2011, adding a new compiler function that allows speeding up functions by converting them to bytecode. Version 2.14.0, October 31, 2011, added mandatory namespaces for packages. Added a new parallel package. Version 2.15.0, March 30, 2012. New load balancing functions. Improved serialization speed for long vectors. Version 3.0.0, April 3, 2013. Support for numeric index values 231 and larger on 64-bit systems.
Interfaces. Graphical user interfaces.
Deducer, GUI for menu-driven data analysis, similar to SPSS JMP Minitub. Java GUI for R, cross-platform standalone or terminal and editor based on Java, also known as JGR. Rattle GUI, cross-platform GUI based on RGTK2 and specifically designed for data mining. R Commander, cross-platform menu-driven GUI based on TCLTK. Several plugins to RCMDR are also available. Revolution Analytics provides a Visual Studio-based IDE and has plans for web-based point-and-click interface. Rexel, using R and RCMDR from within Microsoft Excel. RGUI, comes with a pre-compiled version of R for Microsoft Windows. RKWARD, extensible GUI and IDE for R. RStudio, cross-platform open-source IDE, which can also be run on a remote Linux server. Ihaka allows for the use of the data mining capabilities in Weka and statistical analysis in R. There is a special issue of the Journal of Statistical Software that discusses GUIs for R.
Editors and IDEs.
Text editors and integrated development environments, IDEs, with them support for R include Bluefish, Crimson Editor, Context, Eclipse, Statit, MX, MX Speak Statistics, LIAX, modules for Nitrin Swev, Vim, Genie, JEdit, Kate, R Productivity Environment, part of Revolution R Enterprise, RStudio, Sublime Text, TextMate, Jedit, Scite, WinEDT, R Package RuinEDT, TinR and Notepad++.
Scripting languages.
R functionality has been made accessible from several scripting languages such as Python, by the RPY interface package, Perl, by the Statistics R module, Ruby, with the RSRUBY Rubelgem, and F, with the FO type provider. PLR can be used alongside, or instead of, the PLPG-SQL scripting language in the PostgreSQL and Greenplum database management system. Scripting in R itself is possible via Littler as well as via RScript.
User. Conferences.
User is the name given to the official annual gathering of R users. The first such event was User 2004 in May 2004, Vienna, Austria. After skipping 2005, the User Conference has been held annually, usually alternating between locations in Europe and North America. Subsequent conferences were User 2006, Vienna, Austria, User 2007, Ames, Iowa, USA, User 2008, Dortmund, Germany, User 2009, Rennes, France, User 2010, Gaithersburg, Maryland, USA, User 2011, Coventry, United Kingdom, User 2012, Nashville, Tennessee, USA, User 2013, Albacete, Spain, User 2014, Los Angeles, USA.
Comparison with SAS, SPSS and Stata.
The general consensus is that R compares well with other popular statistical packages, such as SAS, SPSS and Stata. In January 2009, The New York Times ran an article about R gaining acceptance among data analysts and presenting a potential threat for the market share occupied by commercial statistical packages, such as SAS.
Commercial support for R.
In 2007, Revolution Analytics was founded to provide commercial support for Revolution R, its distribution of R, which also includes components developed by the company. Major additional components include Parallel R, the R Productivity Environment IDE, Revo Scale R, for big data analysis, Revo Deploy R, Web Services Framework, and the ability for reading and writing data in the SAS file format. In October 2011, Oracle announced the Big Data Appliance, which integrates R, Apache Hadoop, Oracle Linux, and a NoSQL database with the Exadata hardware. Oracle R Enterprise is now one of two components of the Oracle Advanced Analytics option. The other component is Oracle Data Mining. Other major commercial software systems supporting connections to or integration with R include JMP, Mathematica, MATLAB, Spotfire, SPSS, Statistica, Platform Symphony, and SAS. TIBCO, the current owner of the S+ language, is allowing some of its employees to actively support R by participation in its R Help mailing list, mentioned above, and by sponsorship of the user series of user group meetings. Google is a heavy user of R internally and publishes a style guide. It sponsors R projects in its Summer of Code efforts, and also financially supports the user series of meetings. RStudio offers software, education, and services to the R community,